Hi everyone, welcome to this tutorial on the brow palette. This is the Moodstruck Brow Obsession palette. You're going to want two tools for this, the Brow Artist Brush and the Lash Comb Brow Brush. Now I like to use the Lash Comb Brow Brush to go ahead and brush those brow hairs, get them nice and straight, laying in the direction I want them to go, and then I'm going to take the palette. I use the dark brunette black. There are three different shades. Now I'm going to use the slanted end and pod number 1 for the beginning of the brows. Now, less is always more. It's easier to add more than it is to take away, especially when it comes to doing your brows. So just tap in that lighter shade into that main part of your brow. And go the direction that the hair is growing in if you really want a natural look. And then just lightly bring the end of that brow out. There's a little trick there, but I'll get into that a little bit later. And just add a little bit at a time until you achieve that look that you want. Again, turn that brush, use those hair-like strokes to really blend that shade in. Next, use pod number 2, which is the darker side. I really like to use the darker side to line and define, if you will. So I take it on that top line, I really follow that natural arch that's there already, and I like to bring the tail out just a bit of that brow. Again, using strokes that go along with the direction of the hair naturally. And less is always more. So it's easier to add than it is to take away. And once most of that is off of the brush, you can lightly add some more in there. Okay, there we go. Now here is a little trick for you. If you want to find out where the arch of your brow should go, take your tool, one straight line from your nostril right through your pupil, and where it lands on your eyebrow is where your arch should begin. So let's go ahead and do the other side. Again, using pod number 1, and just going in the direction of that hair. You can turn that brush and use the long end for hair-like strokes. And you really don't need very much. So this palette is going to last you a very, very long time. Now, where should the brow start exactly? Take your tool like I've just done and draw a little line, if you will, from the side of your nostril straight upward. And you can start your brow at that point or any point in between. I don't like mine to go too far over, so add a little bit more, bring it in just a bit. There we go. Checking that line. It's much closer to where I want it to be. Nobody's perfect. Eyebrows are definitely not twins. They are absolutely sisters. Now, taking that darker pod number 2 to line and define again, create that arch, a little bit of excitement. I like to create intrigue on your face with some eyebrows. Okay. Almost there. White balance is a little off, sorry guys. There we have it. Nothing changes your face like your eyebrows. Now I'm going to comb it through just a little bit more with my Lash Comb Brow Brush. I love the other side of this comb for mascara. It's amazing. Make sure my hairs are all going in the right direction. You can see I've already got my shadow and mascara on. Not too happy with that, but a little bit of fixing will straighten it right out. And everyone's brows are different, so it takes a little bit of practice, but you'll get there. Okay. Next up, I like to clean my brush, and then I'm going to use those other 2 little pods you saw on the palette. This pink. Now it looks really bright pink in the palette itself, but it goes on very, very skin tone. And I like to define the bottom side of my brows with it. Don't really put it anywhere else, but you can, certainly. A little bit of trial and error on my part is how I achieved what I have here and knowing what works for me. It's not 100% going to work for anyone else, but it's a really good starting point. So there we have it. Now you can use the pod number 4. That's a highlight shade. If you don't have shadow on or you haven't done your shadow with the highlight, feel free to use that highlight shade. Just use your ring finger because that skin around your eyes is so delicate. Help a little in the corner of your eyes for a little extra va-va-boom. And then comes the flat side of the brush, okay? This is where we put the brow wax on, which is pod number 5. Now the brow wax goes on very lightly and it will hold your brows in place all day, especially if they're a little bit woolly, a little bit crazy. And it will also help keep that shading on your brow that you've put in. So your work does not go without promise for the whole day. Do the other side here. And we're all set to go. Check it out. Awesome. I just love doing my brows. It really changes your face. There you have it. Thanks for watching. Bye.